Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 9:43 on Thursday night. Back with a couple for tomorrow. A couple for now. Might add to it in the morning, depending on what goes ahead and what doesn't go ahead, and what way the ground is. It's I was going on this morning and this evening and again tonight. Forum there with horses on good to soft and good, and it could be heavy in the morning, and I just gave up. But I didn't give up. I give up for now. I still will try to take a pound off them tomorrow if I can. But when it goes to heavy ground, good to soft ground, I'll explain to it in a couple of horses as we go through it. But a good enough day today. Loella drifted out like a barge. I was wondering, would it come into the parade ring with 3 legs or one tied up to its tail or what? Because I thought she might do what she did. She's a big strong mare and she had good back for him. And I read after that she had school well and she only got one spin on the turf on Tuesday and that she was motoring all right. It's a pity you don't know these things beforehand. But anyway, she jumped well. I was impressed. And she went out to 6-1 in running, and I couldn't see why. I couldn't get on either, because when you try to get on, they're 5 seconds ahead with the betting and running to the picture you have. It's an unfair advantage to them, and it was into 3-1 then, and then it was into 5-2. She done it well. We got no run at all with the second horse. This isn't the first time that Rachel Blackmore has disappointed for us over hurdles. I always said that she's better over the jumps. But I thought from the last day that they might have learned to keep the horse out wide. She pulled it out wide when it was too late, but she never tried the air. She was up at the elbow with one hand and pulling it back with the left hand. And it's annoying, frustrating when you see like that, because the third horse sort of bolted up. He was never in doubt when he got into position. Oisin Murphy made the difference there after a furlong. You could know that was in position, in contrast to the last day when it came too far back from around the turn for home. Axwell on the surface. So 2 out of 3, a meatloaf day. Someone else had a meatloaf day. Dizzy Diamonds had a meatloaf day. He was saying 2 at Emma Lavelle's and 1 in Brighton. That's a track I don't hardly ever touch. With the camber, I can't get it right at all. I gave up on Brighton years ago. But fair play to him that picked out a winner there anyway. I never touch it. I don't even look at the races there. There's a few tracks like that I don't even bother. Tomorrow, where are we at? Oh yeah, it was a shout out to Jeff Nicky 26. I think he didn't understand where more is written underneath here. Press that and you'll see them up in the description and to put them up. Just explain to newcomers what's the crack when they don't know, because everybody is welcome. Take a seat at the front there and cocktail waitress will be down to you shortly, if she's not already busy with the regulars. 2 on the go tomorrow first. 1 on the go in Fundalk. Where would we be on a Friday night without Fundalk? Just I must go up to it some Friday night before the Christmas. We're back to horse Bucky Larson. Now, it's an 8-year-old. We backed it, and there was a big punt on it then. We're back to when it won, when it left Ger Lyons' yard. They finished up 2-5, but it was 7-4 or 15-8 the night before. It was race 81 that time, so it went to Dick Donoghue, and it's gone down 20 pounds. There it is, probably 60, is it now? Stone and a half. And it acts on the surface. He had a winner there today in over hurls, and we got the other one last year as well. Halle Bop went on a claimer as well from Ger Lyons' yard. This had a decent run the last day, I thought. 2 decent runs there behind Great Blasket and Partisan Hero. And it looks like, I'm trying to read between the lines, that Adam Caffrey up, he's claiming 5, so that's bringing it down to 55. So likes the surface. Has won before there. Won twice. Won 3 times. Won 3 times. So it's Caffrey. He's been looking for us in Dundalk there. What's that happening? Where did that happen? How did that happen? I don't know. Oh, we're still here. But Bucky Larson, it's an 8-to-1 shot. They're paying 4 places. And also you don't like the goo, but we might have nothing but the goo if all is called off tomorrow with so many inspections. Paying 4 places. Another one on the goo in Newcastle. Tuscan. Similar sort of a profile. It's in the Frank Gillespie colours there for David O'Meara. 5-to-1 there, 9-to-2. It's an each way price as well. But when it moved from Charlie Hills, it was rated 99. That was only just over a year ago. And has fallen all the way down to 68. That's £31. That's over 2 stone. And if we look at it, its run the last time it ran in Newcastle. Who was on at that day? Jason Watson. It's in the familiar colours. Let's have a peep and see. He wasn't too busy on him.
So too play up Sky Blues to the near side, and Bushfire is kept going. Eldrick Jones needs some room, trying to look for it now between horses. Irish Flame over on the far side, followed by Cusack. Stars Inc inside the final furlong, hits the front. Play up Sky Blues still there. Rise Hall between horses. Over on the far side, Irish Flame. Cusack's beginning to blast home with Eldrick Jones towards the near side. Inside the final half, Play up Sky Blues with Eldrick Jones still coming. Play up Sky Blues just got there to Eldrick Jones. Stars Inc was right there. Cusack towards the near side.
Sort of finish on the snaff. But if we look at his race on the very left here, this was at 7 furlongs. He needs the extra furlong.
Now on that far side. I'll see you there. Has switched over looking for a gap. Tuscan's right up against that rail. Media Guest now under pressure, as is Direct Hit. Shark 2-1 being taken on by Vanaka. Tuscan's got a gap. I'll see you there now looking for a gap as well. Vanaka's all out. Here comes Tuscan on the rail. Shark 2-1 putting out plenty. Tight. Very close. Shark 2-1 Vanaka. Tuscan all.
I think he finished third by a nose, but he was squeezed out, but he got second in the steward's room. He's down £31. He's only a 4-year-old. Danny Tudhope in the bike tomorrow night. So them two, they're sort of the reason they're down. They're well handicapped after being so high before. Where are we here? Oh, Utoxeter. I forgot to write down the name. That's going to Utoxeter tomorrow. The first race is called after a friend of theirs, Steve Wiley Memorial. Rest in peace. I've seen that. I forgot to write down the name. It was Linny that left it. So the best of luck tomorrow. There's an inspection in the morning, soft to heavy. So I don't know what did I write down, Anthony. If I see Anthony, if it goes ahead, I'll try and help you there tomorrow. Fakenham tomorrow. It's as well. It's an inspection in the morning. Enthused out again tomorrow, but he's carrying 12 stone 1. Jamie Gambin is claiming 10, but if it's heavy ground, I wouldn't be that confident, because he ran a few times on heavy ground before and he just didn't act on it. He's been always winning on good to soft, mostly on good ground. When he ran on soft ground earlier this year, beaten 34 lengths. But there's a horse from the same yard that'll go on the ground, and Harry Cobden is riding. It's Edison Kent. She used to be with Jessica Harrington. Is hosed up in a maiden hurl in Killarney in 2021. 2.5 mile. That was when it was with Jesse. Then it went to Paul Webber, and it's gone now to James Owen. And the last 2 races, I thought it stretched his stamina a bit. Back to 2.5 mile, and Harry Cobden, and Harry does well for James Owen. Out of 23 rides there, he had 7 winners and 8 places. That's a 30% strike rate, and 15 times out of 23 in the money. So he's a go-to guy for the yard. Let's check the old betting. But you see, it depends on the ground, so I can't commit myself one way or the other. Edison Kent is 5-6 to 1, and the other one is 5 to 2. In Redcar tomorrow as well. If it's real heavy ground, if it goes ahead, there's a women's race there tomorrow. Sorry, female amateur jockeys is the correct terminology. Foursome hosed up there. It's only a 4-year-old hosed up on heavy ground in Nottingham. So if it was real heavy ground, when fillies hit Forum this time of the year, and especially on ground that they're good at, or that they can do the business that is worth following them, I always thought. So same distance tomorrow, and it's not carrying a penalty. I think it's only a pound worse off. It shows that it's a pound less. It usually go up £8. Oh yes, it's running without a penalty. Do we go to Fakenham at all? We did. We're in Fakenham. We're in Newcastle. That's about it. There's a couple of races in Dundalk, a couple of nice races tomorrow night, but that's the one I'll go to because a lot of you don't like Fundalk. Where are we here? The 4 at Fakenham, the second last race. Horse had done us a good turn last year. Some of you probably often wore one, a tweed skirt. That'll have a shot tomorrow. I'll have to see. See, it's good to go to soft there, but then there's a precautionary inspection in the morning, so we'll see what sort of is the. But if you look at this horse, this is his 3rd time after having wind surgery. And the last time it had it, it won in Kimpton. I think it was the next time we were on last December. We were on it last year anyway, I remember at one point. I didn't have time. And then it ran in listed races and a grade 2, and then to give it a break in April. It's only beaten 4 3/4 lengths. Wind surgery again this time. That might be if the ground doesn't get too bad for it. Although by Marteline, that's a French sire. They'll swim home, no bother. Anyway, I'm waffling on a bit too much. I was looking at the at Saturday. There's a horse there. The softer it goes, if it gets real heavy ground, I don't know. I was first impressed with Tuscan, as I said, in Longchamp. Kyprios won 4 times for us last year. Only 1 run this year after coming back for an injury. If it was desperate ground, I wonder was a risk him. But Sweet William surprised me. You know, he won a couple of times for us, three times this year. But he surprised me the way he ran the last day. But his best run was on, actually, when he bet Adjuvant, was on heavy ground. And this is an improving 4-year-old. I think it's a good each way bet in 10 to 1. The time he won there in Goodwood, he hosed up that day, and second to Absurd, and when he could have won the Ebor, and then second to Trushan the last day. But it's an improving 4-year-old. 10 to 1, I think, is a fair old price there. There was one other outsider. I was looking for outsiders, but I'll go through the card again. I thought Above the Curve had a good shot at an each way bet there at 10-1. If you look at he won't mind the soft ground, and it was only just. It ran on very well in Longchamp that time. That was a Group 1 as well. But I'm just going, and there was another one there. There we know, not that one. Out of this race. A horse that ran his best ever. Oh, fuck yeah. Its best ever run, I thought, was on Hawk Deep Ground, was Due by Honour, and it's 30-1, 28-1 round that, when it won in France the time. In Longchamp, it hosed up that day to the Group 2. I was trying to get outsiders, just doing out a couple of bets before the Saturday morning, and it went waffling on too much. Bash the bookies over and out. I'll write up stuff in the morning when I see what. I'll do just them two for now. I'll see what's left in the morning.